from two Aussies and a Yank walk into a bar.
We're
It's
here.
Episode 12. We're listening. I'm Straussy from Tassie.
Episode 12. Wow. G'day. G'day. Steve from Brisbane, Australia.
I'm Gaz from New York.
Cheers.
New York, New York.
All
Episode
right.
12.
Yeah.
Episode 12. Yep.
Well, we kind of need to steer clear of the current affairs a bit this week because it's all about protests and stuff like that. So
I'm
we'll
going to
just-
protest steering clear.
Yeah.
I
okay.
protest.
Protest steering clear?
Steering clear.
So you want in?
No, I'm protesting
Oh.
the fact that I'm going to steer clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Well, we're just going to skip a brush over it real quick, but there's many stories out there about people's prejudice and stuff that happens that we personally don't experience, and we just want to let people out there know that we're listening to their stories and what's happening to them, and we don't, however, don't really condone all the riots and everything, but you know, we would just wanted to mention that and get it out there because it's pretty important.
We just wanted to acknowledge it from our standpoint too, and just reiterate to what Strauss was saying. That we are listening, so if you know anyone wants to talk, I guess about it.
Yeah.
Just not tonight. We're just going to try to take a step back or sideways from that and just create a little bit of entertainment for ourselves and for other people, just to forget about the cares of the world for the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskin. What's her deal?
It always comes back to Carol Baskins.
Well, the big news in the Carol Baskin camp is that she's taken over Joe Exotic's zoo now. They're going to give it to her, or they have given it to her.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We got there we are.
Yeah.
World's largest cat park.
Yeah.
Big cat park.
Big
That's
cat
right.
park. Joe Exotic is no longer the
Well-
heir of that place.
Well, didn't he he signed it over to his mother? He reckons, but she hasn't got the
Signed it
title
over.
or something, and so now Carol swoops.
But that was a part of a court case, right? It was a legal matter.
It was
Yeah.
from when he, I think, was trying to have her killed or something
Oh,
of that
yeah.
along those lines.
Well, he owed her money, right?
He owed her money and put the farm, I guess you'd say, in
Sold the farm.
in his mom's name, but didn't do it legally. So that's why she's getting the farm.
All right.
I would have liked to have known what the reaction was for Joe when he found out about that. Whether he turned his cell upside down, or
Yeah.
to be a fly on the wall for that.
Well,
experience.
didn't he go to the hospital for the COVID-19 or something?
Oh, no.
They trashed the hotel room.
That was a,
Did they let that happen? He's in prison.
I heard something about it.
that was
but
the rumor.
Gotta go to the hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
22 years he's in for
22
though,
years.
unless he gets the retrial. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So,
I mean, there's a few things around that.
Right.
story.
So she gets the park, and the guy that owns it now, it's Jeff.
Jeff. Yeah.
He's got 120.
Lowe.
Yeah.
Jeff Lowe.
He's got 120 days to
Nick's
vacate.
brother.
Who's?
Nick
So he's got 120 days, and I read an article that just said, yeah, we're just going to let it run its course, and everything's going to get overgrown, and it's going to be
it's going to be a jungle.
it's going to be
so-
an S-hole when she gets it.
So basically, are they going to not feed the cats, and you'll have all these
I think
angry
no,
cats?
the cats are getting moved somehow. I don't think she gets the cats; she just gets the land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the cats have been repossessed by the government, haven't they?
The
Tigers.
The government.
Do they show up like a tow truck when they repossess your car? Here for the Tigers.
Yeah, load them up.
Uh,
that's
But he's just like, yeah, you can have it. I mean, I never really wanted it in the first place.
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, he said there's hours and hours of footage. Does that mean there's Tiger King 2?
I believe
it's
it's
floating.
Let's talk about the Tiger King 2. I mean, there's a few things going on. I mean, Carol's got a few money spinners going though. She's moving into the ice cream business.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, but Baskin Robbins are not too happy about it. They reckon they're not involved. Have we got that one, Ben? The Baskin Robbins background, and they're disowning Carol.
No relation to Carol Baskins.
There we go. So they're doing that.
I would do
and
that
then-
too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
No
she's-
relation.
But
No.
she's bought her own franchise, I think. Where's that ad, Ben? We got that other ad of Carol Baskins opening her own Baskins franchise, Baskins Robbins, and she's there she is, Baskin Robbins. And
She should shoot that whole commercial riding her bike with a tub of ice cream on the front.
well, she's created her own varieties for the
Oh.
Baskin Robbins varieties. She's got the Joe's Creamy Whip and the exotic chocolate rim and raisin.
Oh, that sounds
Rim.
amazing.
Yeah.
Rimmin' raisin.
Oh, big
And,
cats, eh?
That one. And then the other story around, the last bit on the old Baskin story is the, actually the Joe Exotic story. Nicolas Cage is going to play him.
Joe Exotic?
You say
Gonna
that
play
trying
Joe
to keep
Exotic.
a straight face.
Oh, come on.
Nicolas Cage
Oh,
going
man.
to play Joe
Impossible.
Exotic.
Wow.
I could see him doing that
No,
role.
it's true. Here he is. Oh, look, there's,
Oh,
there's
man.
Nicolas Cage as, that's him.
It's hard to tell which one's which.
They're both him.
Well, that's him. That's both him there.
That's
But
okay.
There's a
Okay.
comparison.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
Nicolas Cage hasn't been keeping up with his Botox appointments in the picture. And he needs some vitamin D.
He does. Maybe a feature
He looks a
film.
little bit brighter as Joe Exotic.
That's because he's spending time outdoors. I think we should get
man.
Cyril to play Joe Exotic.
Cyril,
Cyril,
Yeah.
we'll get
he's been
Cyril.
growing the
Sold.
hair. Yeah.
Cyril, you're back in, mate.
Yeah.
You got a chance. I mean, we should see if we get a playoff, like a what do you call it, audition.
Yeah.
Get
Just
Cyril to
audition
do an
for,
audition for
To
us.
see who
Yeah.
gets the part.
Yeah,
he could get over the top of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he could. He did a great
Yeah.
job last week.
I don't, Nicolas Cage is not very heavy in demand as far as roles these days. So he might be desperate for it.
Yeah.
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 What do you reckon?
Be a new feature film.
Hey guys, tuning in on the Facebook page.
Oh, it's Dad.
Dad.
Yeah.
Megan.
What's up, Dad?
Hey, Gan.
Yeah.
Hey,
How
Gan.
you going?
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, got a couple of people.
Yeah.
Speaking of people, we've got our first guest coming up.
Oh boy.
This has been a while in the making. Too,
It has
Yes,
been. We
yes.
had a little bit of sand issue.
The beach issue.
I guess
We did have
that's
sand
coming
issues.
up next. She had some sand issues, but thankfully it's all cleared up now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yep. It's a clean start, clean slate, and we're gonna. This is a new segment that we're starting this week called what is it called?
Secrets.
Secrets with
With
Victoria.
Victoria.
This is
That's
Victoria.
right. Welcome,
check it.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Where is she? Let's bring her in.
Hey,
There she
Hi.
everyone.
Hi, Vic.
What's going
How
on?
you going?
Good to see you.
Oh, great to see you guys.
Yeah. Well,
Fellow New Yorker.
she
Is that
is.
true? And
Yes,
where
born
are
and
you
raised New
based
Yorker,
now? Are you
yeah.
still
Yeah.
in New York?
No, I'm down in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah. How long have you been in Charlotte now? It's a few years, right?
Just 7 years.
7 years.
I just hit my 7-year anniversary.
Right.
Does that?
But
like a
I'm not
7-year
missing New
window?
York
Does that
City
mean
too
it's-
much right now.
Does that,
Oh,
does that mean it's time
yeah.
to move on? 7 years, or is it? What happens now? You got your roots
Maybe.
dug in.
I do have my roots stuck in pretty deep here. I have a lot of great friends and like family here. So I don't know. I'm not leaving too soon.
Yeah, Charlotte's a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like
And
Charlotte.
so Victoria has more stories than Dr. Seuss. She's
Yeah, but are all of them kid friendly?
No.
not all of them, but she's been here. She's been to Australia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How long was it you lived in? I mean, was it like a 6 month or something in Australia? You did.
I was there for a little while. One of my friends was quarantined and was sent back to the States, so I ended up staying for a month instead of just the 2 weeks we were planning. I had made friends with so many locals there and stayed longer because I was by myself staying in the hotel, and then I couldn't afford the hotel anymore, so my friends let me stay with them, and there was no need to rush back home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Glad that worked out.
Good
Yeah.
times.
It would have been expensive staying in a hotel for
I know.
4 weeks.
They would have. Yeah.
That
Yes,
whole quarantine
and one of the
episode
stories
was-
there,
Yeah, I bet.
one of the stories there was that we went to the Taronga Zoo and we got locked in overnight because my friends went to go get high behind like where the bears were, and by the time we got back out, the zoo had closed, and we stayed overnight. We had to break
Wow.
into the maintenance shed in order to kind of stay warm because it got really cold.
Were they pretty light on security that night? How did that even happen?
that, they were pretty lax all around anyway. It's Australia. They don't, there's
They
not
just count
a
the
lot of
animals and
crime
they go,
there.
we've got the animals, shut the gate.
Yeah,
That was
all
the friend you
all
were
the
there.
animals are safe.
The friend you were there wasn't named Stewie, was it?
No.
He can get in and out of anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's a good chance.
So what are some of the secrets in Victoria's Pandora?
Yeah, what are we going to experience tonight? Oh, we didn't talk about Victoria's an artist as well. So
Okay.
they're probably looking at her.
Oh.
Is that your painting in the background?
That is one of the paintings that I did recently. I don't know if you can really see it that
Nice.
well. It's
I was
just a
afraid
bunch
you'd say,
of
oh, this is Pier 1.
daisies. And then there's one of
Oh,
Jerry
yeah.
Garcia that I
Very
just
cool.
did.
That's awesome.
And there's another one over here. That is I'm doing
yeah.
that for one of my friends who's a nurse with all the superheroes, and I'm going to
Yeah.
paint her face in the center.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Sweet.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very good.
yeah,
Very deserving too.
very much so.
Yeah.
She's right on that front line.
Yeah.
She works like 6 days straight and then gets 5 days off, and she's exhausted.
I bet.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Shari.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherry.
And all the other heroes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And definitely all the other frontliners.
Yeah. Cool. So.
And one of the other things I made during the lockdown was this box filled with Victoria's Secrets, and there's some in here. I'm not sure which ones. I don't know if you have questions for me, if you want any particular.
You should take point on that.
Secrets.
No, I'm just interested to see which ones you are happy to divulge.
Yeah.
Besides getting the sand out of my vagina, or is that not really a big secret anymore?
Depends on whether your mother's watching or your husband or ex-husband.
I hope ex-husband. Goodness no, that's one of the secrets.
Okay.
I don't believe in
There you
marriage.
go.
There you go.
Steve 1,
Yeah.
Strassi 0. Go ahead, Vicky.
About what?
One of your secrets
Oh,
that's in the box.
Well, there are some secrets here in the box. Let's see. There was one. Well, this isn't really much of a secret as much as a story. It's about how we were sitting around and we were watching Netflix, and then we switched over to TV, and we noticed like all of these commercials coming on, and they were for psoriasis, which is kind of like itchy skin, I guess, like an eczema type of thing. But in every one of those commercials, they're showing people like diving into a pool, and we were all freaking out. Like, what? We don't really want to go in any of these pools where everyone's like got this flaky skin or whatever it might be.
Right.
So one of the people that we were with actually had psoriasis, and we made her feel
no.
pretty bad. So
Oh no.
that's not much of a secret, but
But it's not.
I won't
like
tell you who it was.
Colin.
All right, move this way.
Colin.
Come over here.
Well, I don't. It's not like something you can catch, though, right? Isn't it like?
well, I might
Isn't
find
it more
out.
like
Depends
an
on how
auto?
much rubbing's involved.
Well, I thought. Isn't it like an autoimmune deficiency?
I
or
don't
something
really,
like
I don't
that?
really know. We just didn't want to swim in a pool with a bunch of flaky skin floating on the top.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
I know. All I think of is like gold member. You know. I love gold.
All the flakes.
The
yeah,
flakes.
Yeah. Coming up to the surface of the water with your mouth
Oh
open.
man.
Yeah.
I was also thinking of the story about when you went to the UK. That was pretty.
Oh yeah.
That was a
One
pretty
more
big
reveal
story.
there.
Which one?
When you got run up, was it a bus that ran you over, or a van or something?
Like a
Yes, I
double-decker
was.
bus?
Yeah, no, well, no, it wasn't a bus. I got hit by a bus in New York City. I was just hit on the shoulder by a bus in New York City, and it just got dislocated. It kind of spun me around, but that wasn't a bad one. When I was in London, we were going to a Three Kings birthday party. It was a themed party because they have so many fancy dress parties there, and I was dressed in 6-foot Victoria's Secret wings, and everyone was walking over from the Sanderson Hotel around the corner to this party. It was right down the street. I was starving because I took so long to get ready. I didn't have time to eat anything. So as we were turning the corner, I noticed across the street there was a pizza place. Well, I ran across, I was like, you guys go ahead. I can see all the lights and the balloons and the festivities going on. I see where it is. So you guys go. I'm going to get a slice, and then I'll meet you there. So I go and I get a slice. There's like 30 people. It's all outdoor benches and picnic tables. So I'm meeting them and talking to them. And when I went to leave, I turned around and I said, okay, I'll see everyone later. And I went to go across the street and I looked left and I leapt into the street and a car took me out coming from the right at about 40 miles an hour.
Yeah. It's a common mistake.
Hit me pretty well. Crushed their hood, their windshield, went over the car, landed behind it. I was unconscious, and the next car behind almost ran me over, apparently. I wasn't awake to see that happen.
Right.
But as I was laying in the road, and when I came to, everyone was around me, but a double-decker bus was riding by, and I looked up, and I swear I saw myself in the window. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead! So I didn't really know what was going on.
Wow.
I broke a whole bunch of bones and had to stay in London for an extended period of time, which wasn't terrible, but
Wow.
but
So
yeah,
when
that
that
was
actually
just one of the-
happened, you did see, when you looked up at the bus and you saw a vision or what do you call that?
Apparition.
Yes, of yourself? Is that true?
Yes, I saw myself looking down, like in shock. I don't know if it was a person that looked like me or if I was imagining it, but it was pretty trippy.
I bet.
Wow.
And I
Imagine that.
asked
And
everyone
there's
around
no-
me, I'm like, am I dead?
Were the wings still on though?
The wings were still on.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
They were
Apparently
on
you
there
didn't need
really well. It took me so long to strap it all, like it goes around here and
Yeah.
goes around your waist and then it goes around your hips because they were really heavy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those weren't going anywhere. If anything, they probably saved my life
Yeah.
because they were
Yeah.
pretty thick.
Yeah.
And I landed on my back, so
It helped
Wow.
with the fall, I'm sure. Yeah.
Angel wings.
definitely
Crazy
cushioned the
time.
blow.
Oh, Angel Wings Victoria.
Well, while we've got you, we better say good day to Donnie. Is he still
Oh,
sitting
yeah,
there?
is Donnie
Yeah,
still
Donnie's over. Donnie, come here. Come here. Come here.
I hope that's
He's
a
over
dog.
there.
I hope
He's-
it's Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh,
It's just a dog.
Oh,
It's just a dog.
Donnie.
Donnie
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, he's camera shy.
He went for a really long walk right before this started. So he's exhausted,
he's
and it's like
tough.
100 degrees outside. It's so
Oh, yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The heat's really kicking in lately, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Summertime's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Charlotte is hot like Nashville too.
Yeah.
Right.
The humidity.
Muggy.
The humidity today was nuts. Was it crazy there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Pretty
pretty
sure.
intense.
It was a big one.
Are you
Is
guys
it
getting
coming
any of
to-
that rain?
It's coming in tonight.
Yeah, about 4 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Be
Awesome.
careful.
Cool. Well, thanks for being on Two Aussies and a Yank. Walking into a bar. With,
Thanks for
Vicky's-
having me.
Vicky's debut day out. On,
Yeah.
She's our first female guest.
That is
Streaming
true.
guest, I
That's
think,
right.
you know?
With the
Really?
exception of the musical guests.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
yeah. As
correspondent
streaming,
guest,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So
Awesome,
very
Vicky.
I'm honored. Thank you.
And we will have more secrets
Yeah.
from Victoria.
Cool. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
After dark secret.
I'll come up with some. I'll share some better ones next time. Out of
Oh,
Victoria's
this is
Secret.
great.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Non-sandy
Fill that box up.
Not with sand.
No, with sand. Sandless. Thanks for chatting.
Righto.
Cheers.
See you, Vicky.
Thanks, you guys. Have a
Bye.
great night.
You too. Have a good week.
Yeah, righto.
Right up.
Very good.
Yeah.
Moving on.
We got a few guests tonight.
We
We've
do.
got a few streaming guests,
Yeah.
and so we've got a little bit of a story behind this next one. Steve-O is gone ape shit
That's a polite way of saying it.
with the push-up challenge. He's always on the challenges, and he's thrown it at me and Gaz to do the 25 push-ups a day to raise awareness for PTSD, anxiety, and depression that drive people to commit suisude.
Right. Good cause.
Yes, great
Right?
cause.
Yeah.
How many
Great
have you done,
cause.
Justin?
I totally.
Yeah. How many have you done?
Here's Steve-O
There I am.
nominating me for the challenge.
Yeah, nominating Straussy.
Yeah.
So, if I can give a little bit more of a backstory, I think it's exploded more so in Australia. It seems to happen once a year, which is
Yeah.
great. My nomination came from a mate, Paul Campion, in Australia. So it's kind of exploded over there, and he happened to tag me and my brother
Name dropper.
for the challenge. So I took it up, and I've been bouncing backwards and forwards with my nominations. I think I'm on like day 9 or 10. So yeah, I would nominate an Aussie, and I've nominated Gaz as well, and
Yeah.
Corey the trainer. So yeah, there's a backstory to it. So it's a good cause.
It is a great cause.
But you made me aware of something too once I nominated you. So
Right. Well, I just go, well, I mean, I'm doing plenty of push-ups every day, but can't be stuffed around filming it, putting it
Yeah.
on Facebook,
It's
all
a
that
commitment.
stuff. So I suggested that we go, forget the push-ups. We're going to do 20. We're going to call 25 mates.
Yeah.
And make sure they're all right.
See how they're doing.
well, that's the bigger picture, and you made me aware of that too.
Yeah.
The bigger picture is, sure, it's about spreading awareness, but being more productive is actually reaching out to someone and saying, "Hey mate, how you going? Let's chat for a minute.
Yeah.
How you been?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah," and you have that physical connection. So
That's
I think the idea of connecting with 25 mates for 25 weeks, maybe guys start thinking about who we're gonna.
Yeah, because I actually haven't started doing the push-ups.
Okay.
You know, and I may go off what we were talking about, just giving a call to somebody that I haven't
Yeah.
talked to in a while, just to see how they're doing.
Yeah.
That's a good concept.
You know.
So tonight we're going to kick off this segment called "Let's Call a Mate."
Let's call a mate.
Let's
and
do it.
Steve-O has
Yes.
one of his old mates.
I do have a guy that came to mind too. He's down the end of the street and he's a bit of a loner, and just curious, just to touch in with him to see how he's doing. So I think if we reach out to my friend Joseph
Joseph?
Peterson, yeah, everyone
Joseph
calls him
Peterson.
Old Joe.
Old Joe.
Old Joe.
He's down the end of the street. Ben, have you got Old Joe?
Old-
Hey Joe, you got us there, mate? Joe, Joe,
Huh?
what are you doing there, mate?
Can you hear us?
Hello? Yeah,
Joe,
yeah.
Yep. We got you, mate. What are you doing? We
Steve,
catch you in the middle of something?
Good to see you, boy. Good to see you. How you doing there? How you doing? I'm just having dinner. Just having dinner.
Is
A
that-
little
Is that dog
weekly
food?
something.
Is that soup? What is that?
What are you eating?
Well, I don't know exactly, but I know that you can get it $9.99 for a pallet of these cans, and I mean I found it quite delicious. If you heat it up, it tastes different, but it's pretty good, I'd say.
Looks like it's not toxic where you got to wear rubber gloves to actually get it out. Is that what's going on?
I think he's being like cautious with the.
I'm worried about the COVID.
Oh, that's the
Gotta worry about the COVID.
Oh, so it's a can of COVID.
Is that what is that?
Can of
It
COVID.
helps. It helps.
Before we get started, too, Joe,
It's,
I've been growing this beard.
It's beef flavor, as a matter of fact. Beef.
Is that says
I'll put that
pet-
aside for now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got a little bit stuck in your beard there too. By the way, I've been growing this beard
Oh,
for,
yeah, it
about,
gets in the way.
for about four
72
months
years,
now.
my friend.
You were in 72
yeah,
years.
four
into that.
months. 4 months.
That's pretty
and
impressive.
72 years. Thank you
Wow.
very much. Thank you, sir.
So just a couple of questions, Joe. We just wanted to reach out and see how
Yeah.
some friends. Just wanted to reach out, see how some friends are doing.
Yeah.
Just curious to know how you're
Oh,
coping
yeah.
with the lockdowns and the pandemic since it started. What have you been doing in that time?
Oh, yeah, keeping busy, I got plenty of stuff to do around the place here, we got, I've been taking up painting there. I ended up getting a couple paintbrushes, started painting, and I need to get paint still, but that's what I've been working on right now.
Yeah, you definitely need paint if you want to paint.
I
Well,
just
yeah,
realized-
it's an option.
yeah. That's great. So,
Thank you.
being the age that you are, Joe, have you taken full advantage of the senior hour down at the local grocery store? Have they opened the stores up for over 65s?
Well, Scott, you got a good question there. And thing is, you got to get there really, really early. I used to get up at 6 o'clock, get ready for our 7 o'clock work detail. So I got to get up at 4 o'clock just to make it there by 5 o'clock. And I don't miss the bus. That picks you up at 6. The store opens up at 8 o'clock. And the bus drops you off in Tullahoma about 7 now. I go to the store in Turtle Town now because that's what we used to call Tullahoma back then. And the bus used to cost a nickel. Nowadays, you can trade in $1 and get 20 nickels. Which used to have pictures of bumblebees on them back in my day. We used to say, give me 5 bees for a quarter, you son of a gun. No, I tell you what. Well, where was I? to get to the store, you make it to the store and you go to the produce section, which in those cases we used to call it the farm,
The
and get the first pick of beets. Because if you get there past 9, all the beets are gone, and you're stuck with radishes. And I'll tell you what, boys, you don't want to be a guy showing up to the bus stop with the radishes.
Because everybody knows you're late.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Well, being late is not my style there.
So the reason that we're reaching
Daniel,
out tonight, Joe, is like we said,
clean
just
my
touch
teeth really quick.
is so in the event that Straussy can avoid doing any physical activity and we call a friend, if you were to be nominated, Joe, to do a push-up challenge, just curious when the last time you actually did a push-up.
Can you do a
Well, you're
push-up?
asking 2 questions there, Georgie. I bought new radio back then, which back in the day I was one of the first persons to have a radio. And they didn't have much on the air, but they just recited the alphabet. And I would do push-ups to each letter of the alphabet. I did learn how to do push-ups in a Taibo class, so you could learn that perfect form. But my days of breaking heads and busting necks are over. I don't do much of that these days.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's nice to hear that you've calmed down a little bit there,
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah.
I bet you were an animal, though, back in the day.
savage, yeah.
A
beast.
I'll tell you what, you can ask anybody out on the block who I used to be. They'll tell you downright.
Old Joe.
Oh, Joe.
So Joe,
Old Joe.
I'm guessing you probably don't haven't given the government your bank account number. So I'm just wondering if you got your stimulus check come out from Uncle Trumpy. Did he send you a check?
Oh, yeah, a stimulus check. Yeah. I spent
What-
that on something very, 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 very smart to spend your money on. I actually found the cure to the COVID, and I spent my money on that.
All right.
It's from Bogota, and it consists of 2 ingredients. We got the salts of the cinnamon lake, and then they sent me this respiratory herbal, and you breathe that in. I think it was a good use of my money there, matter
Right.
of fact. I'll
That's-
send you guys the reference link.
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
internet.
yeah. Please,
that'd be
please
great.
do.
You
Yeah.
get
And
your
did that
So
cost you the full?
That was $1,200 for the
1200.
tins
Well,
then?
I had to spend that money and my dead wife's money as well.
So
And
she got the
combined,
check.
it was a good deal.
Oh,
So you got
Yeah, she got the
2,400.
check.
Ah.
right.
Yeah,
Bonus.
well, you got to take
Did-
advantage where you can, son.
Did you take,
take
did you-
advantage.
Did you take a bunch of flowers down to her at the cemetery or not?
Oh, she's still back in the bed. No. Yeah, she just lays in bed. She doesn't say much these days.
Oh, wasn't expecting that one.
How's
Do you
your
just put the
sense
fly strips up or something,
Oh,
Joe?
it-
of,
well,
how's your sense of smell holding up, Joe?
Yeah. She doesn't. We don't talk much anymore, but she's there. She's there. With good faith through these hard times.
that's good.
Well,
Yeah.
we just want to check in with you, make sure your mental
Yeah.
health's in good shape, and it seems like you're sharp as a tack.
Oh, so thoughtful.
Yeah, you
Oh,
might want to. You
thank
might
you
want to
so
get
much.
your fingers checked out there.
You look like a retired steel
I
player.
was. Next time I can tell you stories about how all this happened, my friend. We'll get there.
Joe, it's good to see that you're
Getting into that dog food.
in good spirits, mate, and you good value for money on your grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And we look forward to tuning in and seeing how he's in the next couple of weeks. We'd love to have you back on if you can remember our names.
All right. Yeah, Scotty, thank you so much for having me. God
Yeah.
bless you, son. God
Oh,
bless you.
man.
Thank you so much, boy.
Thanks for joining us, old Joe.
Stay
Thanks,
inside.
Joe.
Right.
You all stay inside now.
We'll do.
We'll stay
Stay
inside.
inside.
We'll stay inside.
Cheers, mate. Oh boy, that got me crying a little bit.
Wow. Where did you meet that guy?
Old Joe, he's my neighbour down the end of the road. Like he's
Oh my goodness.
when I'm out of town, he'll mow my yard or whatever. But his is like jungle. He should have the cats.
Oh yeah.
He should have the big cats.
He
Jungle
should have
Jim.
the big cat.
He looks like he'd have a big whip too.
That's incredible.
Old Joe, yeah.
There he goes.
Oh yeah,
I'd love to. I'd love to like just drink.
He's
with-
got some
have
stories.
a couple drinks with
Yeah, we
that
might
guy,
have to have Joe
you know?
back on again.
Wow.
Well, he set a pretty high standard for some mates that we're going to call. So we got 24 weeks now to
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
call 24 more mates. Yeah.
24 more mates in 24
I'm glad he's
weeks.
doing all right. Yeah.
Well, what a way to go.
Yeah.
First Kevin off the
Can't-
ranks. And
Can't
what
say
a-
the same for his wife, though. You know?
She's still on the back.
and what a great way to set us up for
Oh, yeah.
the Panama Report.
Panama
The Panama Report.
Oh man.
Quick, Stuart, scull it down.
Panama, the country, not Panama.
Sorry,
That's right.
I was just having a sip.
Here we go.
Stewie, good to see you again, mate.
Caught me by surprise.
Stewie Ward, live from
How are we,
Panama.
gentlemen?
And good, mate. Good. Looks like you're having quite a floral day there.
Yeah, is it a pool party, deck party,
Yeah. Pants party.
firefly party?
I thought I better start and man up to the tropical scene a little bit. So I thought, well, I need to put a uniform on, and so now I'll just wear this every week, and I won't have to worry.
Right. Like you were worried.
There's a lot of
before.
pressure down here, man. Like everyone thinks it's all fun and games and rosy and all that, but there's decisions to be made sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
It's tough when you're the big white thunder, though, mate. You got to stand
I
it to.
know.
The
man.
White Thunder
The big white
is
thunder.
working it out, I'm telling you.
It's great to see you, mate. What's happening down in Panama?
Well, we're gonna. Have you got anything to tell us before we get into your the school stories or no?
No. Everything. We can go back in part 2 or whatever we want to call it. But it's, we had some locals here tonight for dinner. One of the young boys. I've got 4 boys, and it was the 3rd-year-old Marcos. Was his birthday, so they all wanted pizza. So we made pizzas all night, and Mama made some little muffins, chocolate muffins for them, chip muffins, I should say. So they loved it. We put a movie on. They don't have TV or anything down here, so we put on what was it? I can't remember what it was, but it was in Spanish, which was hilarious for me because I'd seen the movie before, but hearing it in Spanish was
A kids'
so
animated
funny.
movie like Shrek or Cars or something?
The Three
It
Amigos.
was one of those sort of ones.
Right.
I might have been that Nemo one. I can't
Right.
remember.
Oh, Finding Nemo.
That might be the only way
That's
you
him.
ever learn Spanish is watching a movie that you
Oh,
already
no, it
know
was
off by
Ants.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Translate.
It was
translate.
ants. Sorry, it was ants, but yes, I will.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a bit hazy by now.
Always.
Yes. Well,
Beautiful, beautiful.
last week we got the story about you guys arriving and the house and rebuilding and everything. This week you're going to tell us about the school, and Ben's going to start us with some pics. If you're going to tell us about what you're doing down there.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so this is our local school, and have about 100 kids there. So the first thing that we noticed when we went there to visit was that there was no toilets at the facility. Here, the kitchen, this is the kitchen that the kids get one meal a day, and it's normally the government supply rice and lentils, and you might get a sardine or something to put on it now and again. So this is the kitchen that it's all prepared in. So this is a shot of the dock where the kids have to pull in and walk through the mud a bit to get in school.
Wow.
So after the toilets at the moment, after the lose through GoFundMe, as we're doing there, we're going to put in a floating dock. So the kids have got somewhere to put their boat onto a little dock and get out and don't have to walk through, the mud if the tide's low or anything like that. So
Stewie, with that
That'll be our
last
next
picture, was that
project.
actually looking down into the water? So they have to.
yeah, that was looking down off the hill. The school's
Gotcha.
sort of up on top of a hill a little bit. So I'm up probably about 20 steps there looking down.
Right.
I think there's another shot coming up shortly where there's about 4 or 5 little cayucas in there.
Right.
This is just Raquel's mum come to visit, so she come up to the school and had some photo with the kids. Raquel was doing a bit of teaching up there as well, so helping out because she's so fluent in Spanish. So yeah, there were the other cayucas. So yeah, it's a bit sad that these poor kids didn't have a toilet. So we're doing the GoFundMe page. We're starting with the loos. We've sort of got it half done. we haven't come here to try and change the way things are done. We've just come here to try and help with what we can to help, if you know what I mean. So
Right.
To make,
it's a very
their life
fine
a
line, and we want.
little better.
Well, yeah. Like I don't want to change anything, but I just think someone should be able to go to a toilet while they're at
Yeah.
school trying
Yeah.
to learn. If you know.
And that's
sure.
pretty tragic too, Stewie, because I mean that's a luxury that we take for granted too, is plumbing, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. So it's good that that's going to happen. The docks and all that, it doesn't matter. They'll walk through that. Everyone's barefooted everywhere they go anyway. So that's not a major drama. But again, it's just something that'll be nice to be able to come in the clothes that mum. Look at their clothes there. They're living in what we used to call cubby houses, basically back home,
right.
and they're turning up at school bright white and blue. And here they are having to trench up on a bank and try and walk through a muddy bank to get up into school. That's the next thing we want to do. All these mums are doing the hard work, so they'll be able to walk up to the school in a nice clean uniform is what we're hoping. This launcher you see here, this is carved out of one piece of tree. That's about 50 foot long, and this is the first lot of supplies we went into town to pick up, which was probably one of the greatest days of my life, going in with these guys on this thing, and like it's so slow. Like when you come in and out on your own boat that's doing sort of 27, 30 sort of mile an hour, you notice things as you're going past in the distance. But this is like you turned every 5 seconds and it was still the same place. Every minutes it was still the same place on the bank. It was so slow, but it was just amazing. So this is just all the brick and everything, and
Is that for the
a bit
construction
of Rio
of the,
in there.
the loo, Stewie? Or was that?
Sorry, buddy.
What was that brick for? Missed that bit.
That was for the foundations of
Gotcha.
the loos, so or the toilets or restrooms for
Sure.
those who use playing in America. But it was basically we're at the foundation now, so all the plumbing, everything's done. We've got everything, but we had everything up there, half the load ready for. Now look at this. This is a bunch of kids on their way home from school. Like, can you just imagine the kids of our days? Like, how old are your children now, Steve? I know she's
One's
7.
One's 20, and Cadence is 5. So yeah, she'll be starting school
5.
this year.
So
yep.
can you imagine her going out in the boat with
Not without a
10
life
kids
jacket.
and driving to school, if you know what I mean?
When I put her on Strauss's boat, she's got to have a life jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rightly so.
But it's amazing. Like one of the boys here tonight was, 12, 14 months old, and he's just walking around on our dock and out here, like there's the edge into the water right there, so it's just different because it's the upbringing. Like you get in the cayucas, I can't get in it. I can't stay upright. They're just so wobbly. Like the top part of me is the size of a normal sized man here, if you know what I mean. So it's a little bit rocky for me. So it's amazing balance from the word dot and all of that sort of thing.
Right.
It's in to watch, these kids off in their little. It's all made out of local timber. But that cayuca with that load in it that was 50 foot long, a whole family will go up into the bush, and they might be there for 3 months. They drop that tree, they carve it out,
Wow.
and then they'll come back down here. They'll get a bunch of locals, and they all go up into the bush, and they basically drag it out of the bush and float it, and there's his boat, So it's amazing. Mama got a little cayuca made up, so out of one piece of wood. That's about 18 foot, that guy. But
Incredible craftsmanship.
it's
too.
real fun.
Yeah.
It's real fun. But yeah, so if I think we've got our webpage there.
Yeah, so if Ben can throw that up.
If anyone wants, you can go to that link to our GoFundMe and all that. As I said, we've got a little bit left to do on the loos. I think all we've got to purchase now is the iron for the roof, a couple of sinks and a couple of toilets and a urinal, and they're going to be ready to go shortly. So it's going to be fantastic when it's finally open. But taken a little bit longer than we wanted,
Yeah.
but it's,
Like
as I
most
said,
things.
we're not here to
Yeah.
change anything, and it's got to do their way. But yeah, go to our page. You'll see the link there, and if you've got 5 cents, $5, anything goes a long way here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're,
Which is
I
really
think
cool.
we're going to talk about the whole Windward Island concept on next time, maybe. And
I think that's part 3.
I guess it is. Yeah. But like Stu said, anyone that wants to contribute to that,
Yeah.
it's a great cause to get those kids.
Well, just
Kitchen
hearing
toilet.
the story too, mate, makes me feel like the Grinch. My heart grows
Yeah.
2 sizes bigger
Yeah.
than normal. So it's great to hear you doing good work down there, Stuart.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. It really is. The kids, everything. It's bizarre to see the look on someone's face at something that we've just taken for granted forever. If you know
Right,
what
sure.
I mean. You know, as I said last week, $20 is a lot of money here, and the worth of that is just brilliant. You know.
Yeah.
Like these kids tonight, it's like they've watched the movie and they'll talk about that for the rest of their life, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Like we did when we were kids. So things like that. It's-
In Tassie, when you had to hold the coat hanger out the
To get the
window.
reception.
Get the signal.
to get the one of two stations.
Was Collingwood playing?
yeah. North bloody Melbourne. Go Tigers. I had to get that in for Cyril already.
He's going to
there's-
grind it into
Cyril's
it because
just
he's not on
commented.
tonight. Yeah.
Cyril's commenting now. He said, "Awesome work, Stu." And right when he said it.
Hey Cyril, we got you, brother. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
God damn, that'd be a road trip. No, we won't even go live on that because
There's
You
some
know,
talk about
things
Cyril
might
and
be
Brad
better.
Brigalow coming over for a trip down there. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
Brad
fantastic.
Brigalow,
10-day
Australian
challenge coming
gigolo.
up.
Yeah, it could be a 10-day challenge.
The 10-day challenge.
That's it.
That'll be
I've
beautiful.
survived one of those and lived to tell the stories.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, only just lived to see the stories. He's got a few scars to show for it, but we won't go
Oh,
into
yeah.
that.
He
Mainly
won't
in the
tell you
liver.
about it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, liver and back and shoulder and head and quite a bit of other stuff.
That's
Never
great
put a
news.
grown up on a top bunk, all right?
Did you fall off?
No,
No.
it was a little worse than that. But
That's a story for
Are we
another
on
Yeah,
a G
we'll-
rating or
we'll have that
what
story
are you
on
allowed to
these
say
days.
on this show?
Oh,
I'm going to need another one of those
Which-
bus
yeah, yeah.
speaks that
Beep.
words
Oh,
the
yeah.
words for me so I know what I can and can't say.
No, it's good
Beautiful,
to hear you
beautiful.
doing well down there. Or is it up there or over there?
down.
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 I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down and I'm up from Australia,
Yeah.
whichever way you want to go.
Yeah.
One way and I'm the other.
Nice.
This is the way I roll, man.
Great coverage tonight,
Cool,
Stewie.
mate. Well, thanks for that story.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great stuff.
We'll catch up with you soon. We'll
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's next week or whatever, but we'll get that one figured out during the week and
Yeah.
get another one going.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Be safe and we'll talk to you real soon.
Yeah.
Sounds
No worries,
good.
Love you, Stewie. See you, mate.
Ciao, ciao.
There you go.
Righto.
WindwardIsland.com.
Win Island.
Winwood.
Yep.
Winwood, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Win Island. That's the guy.
Well,
the guy in
that's-
Vegas.
That's the win-win, right?
Yeah,
Win,
that
win.
is.
Steve
Yeah.
Win.
That's
Not
it.
him. Winwood Island.
Man,
Right?
that's cool.
Great
That's really
It
cool.
is, yeah. They're doing great stuff down there, and like you said, Raquel is teaching them a bit of English and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah.
good stuff.
I don't want to take away from what the good cause that he was doing, but I was asking about those boats because I was wondering when the kids get older, if they say when they went to school they walked uphill both ways. just uphill.
Did you walk up both ways?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, barefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Before I had to put the cows in.
Did you have snow to deal with?
No snow.
Yeah.
No.
See, I had to deal with snow.
Gotcha. You walked uphill both ways.
Well, just one way.
Gotcha.
Slid down.
Ski.
Oh, yes. No, the old circle, the metal little disc.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, next up we got our music guest
We
for
do.
Righto.
tonight,
Yeah.
and they're streaming in from their house. We've got Camille and Stewie, French. Now we got you there, guys.
Yep.
G'day, g'day. Just waiting on some audio. Can see ya.
Can we hear? Without...
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah, there they
They're
are.
golden.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, great.
Good,
Thank
thanks.
you.
I'm getting in a bit closer.
All right, that's good. So I met Camille and Stewie, I think, for the first time at a Time Jumper show a few years
love
back.
the Time
But-
Jumpers.
Yeah, but it turns out Stewie's from Tassie as well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Give me 6.
All in good fun.
yeah, and Camille's from New Zealand originally, but they both been. I guess you guys lived in Sydney for a long time, right? Before you moved to Nashville.
Yeah, 20 years. Oh, actually,
Well, 20 years for me, and
nearly 30 years for me, actually.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
That's great.
And so, do you want to give us a brief story of you moved to Nashville? What inspired that, and how it's been about a year, I guess, that you've been here, is it?
yeah, we're coming up to our 1-year anniversary. Yeah, look, we've been coming to Nashville a few times over the years together. Always loved it. Every time it just felt like home to us musically. And I guess after we lost my mother about 3 years ago, she passed away, and she was the last of our parents. And yeah, so suddenly it was just us and our 3 kids, and I guess just this, realization that things can just change and, happen so quickly in our lives that, hey, why don't we just try something new? And Stewie planted the seed.
And we picked the perfect time to come over, didn't we? Fantastic.
Nailed it. You can't even go back.
Yeah.
So,
No,
just out
Even
of
if you wanted.
curiosity, guys, did you get wind that there was a good Aussie establishment in Nashville too? Because I'm not sure if you know, but we have some mutual Aussie friends, the Lists, etc., Straussy, but we've never met in person. So maybe one day that'll happen once all this other BS goes away. But yeah, just curious about if you knew about the contingency here in Nashville.
Yeah, we know a fair few people. It's huge. There's so many Aussies here. I mean, there's a lot we don't know, but
yeah, but that was part of the reason we moved to Hendersonville was, the Lists are here, and the Chambers family. So Nash Chambers and his wife Veronica.
Sam Hawksley's just
Sam
down the
Hawksley's
road.
down the road. So yeah, we thought we'd come here. And the Chambers have got 4 kids around the same ages as ours, so it was a bit of a draw card as well.
Not bragging
Steve
about.
Stills is around the corner, and you didn't even know
Yeah.
it.
Let's keep it that way.
Not far from you.
No, I'm not bragging on Hendersonville, but it does have a great family environment. So yeah, I'd recommend it too. Like Nashville's a great city, but we were drawn to Hendersonville for its family environment, and it's I felt, without going too far on the limb, it's police. What do you call it? Presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's sure a big police presence there.
Yeah, no, we really love it
We
here.
feel safe.
Yeah, and we've made some great friends, and yeah, so good. In fact, our kids have ditched us tonight. Sorry, guys. We were meant to do the whole family thing, and yeah, their buddies, gave them the call to invite them over for a sleepover, and they were gone.
We're taking the personal
So you've
time
got
away by having them on the show. They should be doing other stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they got time.
Are they out for the night? Or are they coming home?
Oh yeah, they've gone. Yeah, they've gone for sleepovers.
Oh, they got
Oh, they'll be asleep in like 15 minutes.
I doubt it.
So, guys, a little bit of musical backstory about the two of you and the French family as well, and the establishment with the music in Nashville and in Australia as well.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I moved to Australia in '99, and I got work with Casey Chambers, and I got to tour Australia and America with Casey as her backing singer.
Nice.
Toured with a few other acts, Becky Cole and Sarah Storer, and we actually met at a Troy Cassadaly gig. Stewie was Troy's guitar player for many, many years, and it was Stewie's last gig with Troy and my first. I was hired to be his backing singer. We met at the airport, and that was it.
That was it. We stopped sort of doing too much touring after that as far as back the sidemen. We started doing our own thing, and that was really good because, it's nothing like working, playing your own songs and travelling together.
Yeah.
When your partner sings and you can do it, can play music and tour together, that's the ultimate for me because my first marriage, I was away the whole time, and it just didn't work out. But it's perfect when you can do it like how we've done it, and our kids have got into the music right into it now. So
Yeah, it's kind of
Full steam.
evolved. Like, it was always Camille and Stewie, and then had our 3 kids, and our second born, Sonny, was into music right from a little dot. And so he's always been involved with our show. And so it was kind of the 3 of us. And anyway, then we've our 16-year-old decided 18 months ago he'd like to start playing the bass guitar. So he's been kind of dabbling a bit. But since COVID-19, we've been doing family Facebook live shows, and we've been putting on new shows every week with different songs. So, we had nowhere else to go, so we just spent our days rehearsing up new sets
Nice
every
little
week with the
challenge
kids.
too.
So it's
Yeah,
become
that's
this whole
awesome.
family affair, and now our 9-year-old's even singing. So
and they couldn't wait to get away tonight.
yeah.
Now, I know you guys were telling me you've had a fantastic response to the live stream. It's weekly, right?
Yeah, it's been amazing. We kind of just did it, I don't know, for something to do, and we just thought, we'll do it for a couple of weeks and that'll be the end of it. But we were getting, I don't know, up to 900 viewers at one point, and it's kind of been pretty consistent between 550 to 900 people every week tuning in, so which leads to thousands and thousands of views, and our followers and likes has almost doubled in 12 weeks. We've had 7,500 for 10 years, and now we're at 12, 13,000. So it's just been,
And it's been our income, our living, like the old virtual tip jar. That's been great, like amazing. And today we got a big box of Wheat Bix, Vegemite, Cadbury chocolate, chocolate bullets.
we mentioned on our show that if anybody's ever coming over to
Cherry
Nashville
ropes.
in the future, please bring us a few snacks. Well, we got inundated with messages and people offering to post us over stuff. So
Oh, that's awesome.
we're
Can you
very
just put your
thankful.
address in the comment section? I'll be over in about 20 minutes.
That much Cadbury chocolate. I'm going to.
Oh my God.
Diabetes by the end of it.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's been awesome talking to you. We'd love
Yeah.
to hear a song if you got one
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah.
Here's one we wrote a while back, and it's I don't know, it sort of sums up the situation at the moment. It's a pretty crazy world we're living in. And
Yeah. That's true.
so we'll
But
give
just
it
to make the most of every day, because things change. So, ready?
3, 4.
I was sitting here 10 years ago, lost on a dark crossroad. Things change, and I'm still here, but I can't believe these little faces that look like me. Things change. 1, 2, 3. Start making memories. 4, 5, 6. This life just passes by so quick. 7, 8, 9. You will turn around and find that things change. Like a tree, he was so tall and strong. Then one day he was gone. Things change, but in the twinkle of an eye, I heard our little babies cry. Things change. 1, 2, 3. Start making memories. 4, 5, 6. Life just passes by so quick. 7, 8, 9. You will turn around and find that things change. With his little bag and uniform, I hear the bell, my heart is torn. Things change. day, teary-eyed Mum walked away. Things change. 1, 2, 3. Start making memories. 4, 5, 6. Life just passes by so quick. 7, 8, 9. You will turn around and find that things change. They change, they change. I was sitting here 10 years ago, lost on a dark crossroad. But things change.
Yeah,
That was great.
great stuff, guys.
Well done, guys. Great message too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, guys. We loved having you on, and I know we've got to set up a lake day.
Yeah.
Steve-O can bring his family out. You can finally meet your Hendersonville neighbours.
Yeah.
New ones.
Yeah.
I think to get on the boat though, you got to bring some Cadbury chocolate.
Okay.
Cherry.
Honestly,
I'll be the-
we
I'll be
want
the
that
chocolate
much.
police.
I'm happy to bring some Cadbury chocolate.
Bring an esky full of it.
Oh, that's fantastic, guys.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thanks for joining
thanks
us.
for being with us, guys.
See you soon.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
us.
having us.
Well done, guys.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. So we had some Ty Fury just commented about some great chord progressions in that last song.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Ty happened to comment earlier about Love and Joe's segment. He wanted to see Joe again.
Bringing him
Shane Jones, a friend of mine in Australia, is a police officer just getting up from night shift. Shane was actually my nomination for the push-up challenge today. So Shane, I know you're probably getting off to work soon, mate, but time to either do some push-ups
Call a mate.
or call a mate.
Call him mate.
You could probably pass on Joe's number, but you might not understand him. I don't know. Old Joe. But,
hazy.
great to see everyone commenting. Someone said go Collingwood. I don't know what that's about at all.
No, I do. Wendy Isles, yeah. Well, I'll fill you in on that story. I've got a little backstory on that
Yeah.
one. And,
Okay. Buddy John,
I think,
Carter, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah, America, Ty, Shane, yeah. Fantastic. And the French family. Great
Yep.
stuff. Eh?
We got to bring them back with the kids too.
I know, yeah. We'll have to get
Yeah.
time down until the kids, they can't go
Or,
out.
I know.
yeah, and another
Yeah.
one, we should snap some photos of Lake Day.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
the official meeting of the French family.
Well, we could actually do a little video of them because they'll sing on the boat. They've
Yeah.
sang out on the boat before.
Yeah.
and
Oh, that'd
they've
be
got-
great.
They're great sibling harmonies, you know,
Oh, I
sort
bet.
of that whole thing, you know.
That's your department. I'll just eat the chocolate.
I'll drive
Jockey.
the boat.
And some Tim
Jockey
Tams.
monster. Well, question of the week.
Get close to the end now, boys.
Oh, boy.
Question of the week. This is almost the grand finale.
Do you send it over to any responses, or are you just going to throw the question out?
I'm just going to throw the question at you guys.
Right.
And Ben's got a little thing
Oh,
he's
got a
going to
little-
flicker up
yeah,
as
little
we
thing.
go.
He's got a
We gotta
little
pay
what?
attention.
But, yeah, so the question of the week. If you were buying a TV this week, where would you buy it from? A, Amazon, B, Target, or C, Craigslist? For those in Australia,
Gumtree,
Craigslist
yeah.
is the equivalent of Gumtree, if you're in
Yeah,
Australia.
Gumtree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that because you know that you're going to get a deal on Craigslist?
Oh man, I don't know if I need.
I was expecting something a little bit more way out there, but I probably didn't want to offend it.
all the
I did go back and forth a little bit with this one.
Play it safe.
I don't think I've offended anybody.
Right,
if I did,
yeah. No, you're on this side of the fence.
depending on where you are, I don't know if many Targets have TVs in their stock.
that's kind of why that one's in there. You know?
Yeah. I'm thinking you probably have a better deal. I'm going with Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
The five finger
Stewie
discount.
said he could get us one Gee.
$80. Oh man. Oh, 55-inch for $80.
Oh, look out.
Yeah.
Amazon was $80 more. Look, Amazon, see, this is what happens. You get a monopoly.
That's a
and
good
so,
deal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did think about putting Walmart in there, but I thought we just go straight for Target.
Oh man.
That you should, if you had a specified, maybe an iPhone.
That's too funny.
yeah. At least we can laugh about it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go home and I'm actually gonna get on Craigslist and see what kind of
Maybe you might have to search out of state. Craigslist.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I feel like you'll get a better deal on Craigslist than Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
too,
for
you
sure.
know?
Come to
Yeah,
think of
yeah.
it though, like I did see something on the internet where the pallets of TVs just had their stands with the price left on it, and it was shortly after everyone got their stimulus checks.
Was it?
All the TVs
They're gone.
cleared out.
Gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
People are telling me that you can't buy a pontoon boat at the moment. Like the guy at one of the dealers
One
has
that
only
runs?
got 3 left out of his whole year's stock.
Wow.
They're moving. They're like people.
Our buddy we were talking to the other
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
looking for one, and they don't have many left.
No,
Yeah.
And I know they're more than the stimulus check.
they're definitely more than mine was. But I did use my stimulus check on
Yeah,
it.
but you guys got yours before
Speaking
mine.
of which, we never heard. Did you ever get?
Did you get yours?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stewie got his in Panama 6 weeks
I
ago.
know. I know. Y'all did.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Well, if they want to get back from it, they got to hunt him down.
They
first.
gotta hunt them down.
Yeah. Well, those he could have put on pizzas and
Oh yeah, yeah.
movie night.
He paid it forward. He paid it
I
forward.
know.
Yeah,
He did pay it forward.
Building a loo. Yeah.
Brick shit out.
It's built like a brick shit house.
You saw the bricks. He had the best of bricks.
Maybe we should change his name from Big White Thunder to Big White Shit House.
Builder.
Sorry, Mum.
Builder of,
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
builder
Earmuffs.
of the Thunderbox.
Builders.
There he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid show tonight. That was a solid question too, by the way.
That was good.
Thanks.
Wasn't expecting that
Tickled.
one.
You can see I couldn't put. We decided we were going to put them up early.
Yeah, but we
tonight I
were.
had to-
That
I had
was
As
to-
soon as
away
you
then.
started though, I knew
Yeah.
where you were going.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep it together on it.
I got a
Yeah.
special mention to Mike Swope who helped me with that question.
Nice.
Because we were having a few drinks last
That was
night and I
party
went,
night.
shit, I've got to come up with question of the week.
Yeah.
And so we
That's a good
brainstormed it.
question.
And
That's like the second time they've helped you out.
Mike, he's
Yeah.
he's pretty witty.
Was he
came up with
responsible
a-
for the Aniston evening?
No, he
No.
didn't. He didn't do the Jennifer Aniston, but he was on. He was the run. What was it? Run. The run. Not run.
The Run DMC.
Oh, yeah,
whatever
Run
was the-
EMT.
Run
Yeah.
Run
EMT.
EMT. Run
Yeah,
EMT.
Run
He did
EMT.
the Run
That's
EMT.
available on our previous
Swabe.
podcast,
Yeah.
Two Aussies and a Yank. Plug,
Yeah.
plug.
Yeah, he's now. Mike Swope's now an official writer on the show.
Yeah. He's got writing credits. Complete scale, of course.
Yep. Well,
Solid show.
that could be it. That could be it. We're
Tune
going to
in next
thank
week.
Jaybird Studios.
Jaybird Studio.
Ben Todd is handling the
Ta-da.
audio.
the audio
Todd.
control room, and Ben
Yeah.
controlling and
Great job
producing
tonight,
everything.
Ben. Coordinating everything together.
It's a lot of work. It
Yeah.
really is. And my head would be exploding if I had to do it all. Like all that he's doing. So, we don't want that.
Thanks everyone for tuning in on Facebook World, and thanks for commenting too. Thanks our guest, who was first, Victoria's
Yeah.
Secrets
Yeah,
of Victoria's
yeah.
Box.
Secrets of Victoria.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Old Joe.
Old Joe, Joseph Peterson. We might have to have him on again too.
Stewie, the Great White Thunder. from-
Panama Report.
Yep.
And the French family.
And the French
Well,
French.
Camille and
Stu,
Stu.
yeah.
The kids pulled out. But
Yeah.
we can't blame them.
Yeah.
Get a night off.
Hey man, if anybody's calling me for a sleepover, I'm going.
Yeah. I'm
I
out.
heard that about you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we got something else?
No, I was just going to say, be kind to each other.
Yeah.
And
Spread love.
Yeah.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Righto.
Righto. Righto.
Righto.
Love you. Righto.
Righto.
Hi,
All
Mum.
right.
Righto.
What will they say if they take it too far? Two Aussies and a